Hello and welcome to another video from oorail. Last week, oorail's YouTube channel hit over 100 subscribers, and at the same time we actually exceeded 10,000 views, so we were quite happy with that. So to mark the occasion and sort of as a thank you to our subscribers, we thought we would go ahead and do something a little different. So today we're going to show you how to make a rolling road for a very small amount of money. Actually, you may have the items already around the house. So to build this rolling road, you're going to need 2 fish plates, or rail joiners if you're in America. You're going to need 2 standard crocodile clips for paper and stuff. You're going to need 4 standard smooth paper clips. You're going to need 10 popsicle sticks, or as they're called in the UK, I think they're called lollipop sticks, if I remember correctly. You're going to need some form of track. I have this set track here that's on this real cheap plastic raised bed. I think it's called Easy Track. You can use any kind of track at all for this. Could be a spare length of set track, could be a bit of flex track that you cut, but you need something about the size of 2 trains. So this is probably about 6 to 8 inches long, so I use 2 of these. Tool wise, you're going to need a pair of pliers, probably a knife to strip some wire. You're going to need 2 lengths of wire. You're going to need some form of wood glue, so this is Gorilla wood glue. And finally, you're going to need a soldering iron, some solder, and some solder flax. And this is pretty straightforward. So what you do is you're going to take 5 of the lollipop sticks or popsicle sticks, and you're basically going to glue them together with the wood glue. And what you're going to do is then when you're done gluing them together, you probably want to use slightly bigger clips, because the ones I have here are basically only able to handle 4 of these popsicle sticks, so you probably want slightly bigger ones, because you probably want 5 or 6 of these glued together. So just glue them together, and then you leave this alone for about an hour, and then you do this twice. So if you want to speed things up, you might get 4 clips. And while that's going on, you need to solder 4 connections to the track that you used, and you need to solder fish plates to either end of the wires. And what you'll end up with is what we're going to show you next. Okay, so this is pretty straightforward. We have 2 fish plates soldered to 2 wires, and you can see there we've actually attached them to a siding to get power, and then those wires run into our rig here. So here you can see we use solder and flux to attach the other side of these wires to each individual rail, and so each rail corresponds and it's wired in series to the siding there. And because we use fish plates here, we can pull this on and off and use them somewhere else if we need to. So it's a quick and easy way to get powered. And then what we've done is we've got 4 paper clips, and you can see we've got them folded out into kind of a weird N or U shape, upside down U shape. You can see here we've got on the left hand side 2 of them soldered on either side, 1 on each rail, and it folds back to the left, and then on the right hand side goes and folds back to the right. You can see the ones on the left here are up a little bit higher, and I'm using this sleeper here to tension the paper clip. And then here on the back side of it, we're doing the reverse, and it's tensioned there up against the sleeper. Now on the back here we've got them tensioned up against the inside of the rail, and out here we've got them tensioned on the outside of the rail. These don't actually have to make contact with the rail, they're just, it's done that way to balance it out. And you can also see the rear of the train is actually sitting on the popsicle sticks here. You may have to adjust these up or down and left or right depending on the locomotive that you're testing. What's real important, especially for these diesels and the HSCs, is that you have the one set of axles. So here with the inside axle is touching the both paper clips on either side, but it's touching it on the inside. So if I come down here, you can see it's touching the underside of it. And then the rear axle needs to either be not touching the wheel at all, or ideally this part of the paper clip is touching the outside of the wheel. And the reason for this is if it touches the inside of the wheel, this thing's just going to try to drive off on the paper clips as if they were rails. So you just want to make sure that they're bent out a little bit on the back. And this particular HSC didn't quite fit, but you could easily bend these out a little bit more or move the train up a little bit, so you could maybe spread them out a little bit. But this is the first prototype, and I've tested it against a couple of trains. Tested it against here at the HST. I've also tested it with this Hymek and the Albert Hall there, and it works pretty well. So let's take it for a spin. I'm going to show you how to bend these paper clips. It's quite simple. You just start with the long end and unfold it, and then unfold it on the other side, and then turn it upside down and pull that out. So now you have this short end here, and you got kind of like a triangle, and then you take the pliers and you bend it upwards, straighten the bend out like so, and then you have pretty much this. So it's kind of hard to see with the, there you go. So there you can see get this kind of funky L-shaped thing going on. And so what we're going to do is just straighten this out some more, and then you can adjust the angle depending on types of locomotive you want to test. And one other thing you could possibly do is take this end and bend it back down, like so, and then you can put that end into the sleeper. So you could also bend it upwards to act as a kind of a brake around the wheels as well if you wanted to do that. And you basically just do that with the 4 of them, and then dip this end in flux and solder it to the rail. And that's it. And so the idea here is you can actually remove these or adjust them depending on the type of locomotive you're testing. But it works very well, especially for diesels, and it will save you a whole bunch of money.